What's up, guys? Today we're going to be doing a super natural and glowy prom look, and I do kind of use products that are going to last all night long and that do not inhibit flashback, that's what I meant to say, because I know those are really important for prom night and just for special occasions in general. So if you want to learn how I achieved this super natural and glowy look, just keep watching and don't forget to subscribe before we hop right in. I'm gonna start with brows today, which I normally don't do, but I thought it was really important to show you guys, I guess, products that I would choose to last all night long. So the first thing that I'm gonna be using is from Maybelline, and it's their Brow Precise Micro Crayon in the shade, it doesn't say the shade on it, but if I remember correctly, I think it was either shade 2 or 3. So not the lightest and not the darkest, but one of those middle ones. But I'm going to start to fill in my hairs with this, with just really slight strokes, just to make very light, natural, diffused brows. And I do like to go in with some concealer and just clean up all the edges to make sure everything looks nice and crisp. And then, this part is key, we're going to use the Makeup Forever Brow Gel in 00. It's just the clear one, but this brow gel, I kid you not, it is the best brow gel I've ever used because it literally just locks your brows into place, and I like to brush in upward motions, and this is the only brow gel that actually holds my brows up all night long. So this one, it's a prom essential. And once your brows are cemented into place, we're going to move to primer. So I'm using the Smashbox Photofinish Hydrating Primer. Smashbox makes tons of really awesome primers, actually, especially for special events when you know you're going to get photographed, because they don't inhibit flashback at all, and they make tons of different types, I guess. So I use the hydrating, but they also have like pore minimizing and color correcting, so you can really go to your needs, but this one is beautiful if you really want a glowy finish. Then moving straight into foundation, you already know though, my favorite foundation ever. This is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Stick Foundation in the shade Y375, and I like to just apply that all over the face, a pretty generous amount, and then go in and buff it out with my Sigma Flat Kabuki F80. This is legit the best foundation I have ever used as far as like photography goes. It leaves a dewy finish, it lasts all night, it is just like, it kind of hits all the bullets for me, so definitely a great choice for prom. Next up, we're going to be moving to the eyes, and to really make your shadows last, you definitely want to use an eye primer. So I'm going to be using my kind of ride or die eye primer. This is MAC's Soft Ochre Pro Longwear Paint Pot, and I'm just buffing that into the eyelids with a Morphe R32. Whew! I said that whole thing without breathing, and then I was like really out of breath at the end. Then for today's look, I'm going to be using the Carli Bybel BH Cosmetics palette, and I think first I'm just going to set that primer down with this creamy beige shade over here. Then I'm actually going to pick up my bronzer for our transitional shade. So this is Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Bronzer, and I'm just picking that up on a taper blending E35 and putting this into the crease. Using bronzer as a transitional shade actually is really beautiful for more natural looks, because it just looks like, you know, a more natural version of a transitional shade. I think that was pretty obvious where I started going with that, but you know, I started, so I'm going to finish it. Then moving to the base of the eyelids, I'm actually going to take this ColourPop shadow first. So this is in the shade Super Hardcore, and it's from their new sand collection, and I'm just going to take the exact same brush that I used for my paint pot from MAC, and I'm going to take a little bit and place this onto the base of the eyelid. I think this one is really beautiful because it just gives you a slight sheen, and especially for flash photography and stuff like that, I think it just adds something really special to the eyes. And we are going to set that down with this shade from the Carli Bybel BH Cosmetics palette. This is just going to, one, set it into place, but also again add to that sheen that I was talking about. And I do like to go in one more time with the bronzer just to make sure everything is nicely blended out into the crease. Now, we're not going to be adding on a wing for this look, but I am just making a small line with my Smashbox Always On Gel Liner in the shade Fishnet. And this is really just to hide the lash band, but you definitely want to have something there to, like I said, hide the lash band. Then I'm just going to go ahead, ow, I almost like ripped all my eyelashes out. But I'm just going to go ahead and curl the lashes. And then also add on some mascara, and today I'm going to be using this Lancome Grandiose mascara. Isn't it so pretty? I like can never get over it whenever I use this thing. Okay, that comb. That is like a pretty darn good mascara, I have to say. But I am just gonna add on some lashes because I know if I were going to prom, I would definitely feel more comfortable wearing lashes just because it adds something special to the eyes. Like it almost completes it in my opinion, you know? But honestly, if you're not comfortable wearing lashes, then don't, you know? I'm not saying you have to, I'm just saying if I were going to prom, I know that I would be. So today I'm using these from Kiss. It's actually a drugstore brand, and this is in the style Noir, or Noir. Everyone always makes fun of me whenever I say Noir, but yes, it's in the shade, or it's in the style Noir. I got one lash on, but I think I have to abort mission. I tried to pull it off of the little thing, and like the middle piece legit just fell off. So I think I'm gonna have to go back to my Sidure Siennas. I wanted something that was like a little bit wispy, but not too wispy, that could still kind of be like, are those your lashes, you know? These are definitely a little bit more dramatic than what I was thinking, but because of the little catastrophe we had, we're gonna have to go back to these. But these, I think these will still work for the look, but yeah, whatever you have at home, if you have something that's just kind of wispy and long and fluttery and kind of feminine looking, I think that would look best. I think they should work. I think they'll be okay for this look. Honestly, these lashes, they can like pretty much work for any look, which is why I love them. But we are gonna be moving back to the face now. So I'm gonna use the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Ginger today. This is a concealer that I would recommend for prom just because, one, it's long wearing, but it actually never creases or cakes up on me. It's very hydrating while still having that staying power that we want. And once you're done with the concealer, before we set that down, I'm actually gonna go in with a liquid highlighter. This is the one that I've been using lately. It's the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in the shade Champagne Pop. So I'm gonna just place this on the little butt, the little butt of my beauty blender, and then put that onto the tips of the cheekbones. I've been liking this a lot because it gives a very like lit from within kind of look, which is definitely what we want for this natural glowy. And now it is time to set. So today I'm going to be using the CoverFX Illuminating Setting Powder. This will definitely help our makeup stay in place all day, or all night I should say, but it really doesn't get cakey at all. Again, that's kind of what I'm going for this look. No cakiness, long wearing, but no flashback as well. Now for contour today, I'm going to be digging into the ABH Contour Kit, which I haven't used in ages, but I'm going to be taking this middle shade down here on a Morphe M523 and just kind of sculpting out the cheekbones. You don't want to do too harsh for this because I still do want to keep it natural, but we do still want a little bit of definition because it is prom night. And once you're done sculpting, we can move straight into bronzer, and I'm going to be using Too Faced Chocolate Soleil, the same thing that I put into the crease, and I'm just taking this first on a MAC 217 brush to further sculpt out the face but also add some warmth into it, and this helps to blend out that contour in case it was a little too harsh. Sorry, did I say this was a 217? I meant it was a 168. But then I also go in with a fluffier brush and blend it out even more, because that's pretty much the key to making this look as natural as possible while still getting that definition, is blending, blending, blending. Bronzer just really brings you back to life. I love bronzer. I don't think I could live without bronzer, honestly. You know when people always ask like, what would you take to a desert island? I always say bronzer, but then when I think about it more, I would probably get more tan, so then I would probably take concealer. But honestly, I would try to, you know, be smuggling in my concealer and my bronzer because those two are like, those are key. So anyways, now that I've been very distracted, what are we gonna do next? We're gonna finish off that lower lash line. So actually still taking that same bronzer, I'm just gonna place a little bit underneath the lashes on a Sigma Blending E25. And of course, adding on some lower lash mascara. Now for blush, I think that I'm gonna go with a pink blush. Because the eyes are so neutral, you could definitely switch it up depending on, you know, your skin tone or what you think suits you. But I think that pink is pretty universally flattering, but even more so than that, I feel like it really pulls together a natural prom makeup look. So I'm first going to, before we go into the pink blush, I'm going to use this orange blush from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's called L'Orange. But the reason I'm doing this is because one, blush is actually the first thing to wear off through the night when you're wearing it. Two, a orange blush layered with a pink blush is really going to make the pink pop. So that is why I'm doing it. So I'm going to take this and just place this on the apples of the cheeks first. Now going to MAC Cosmetics Stay Pretty blush, I'm just going to top that off and kind of blend this one a little bit more backwards, but still focusing mostly on the apples of the cheeks. And then for my highlight, I'm going to be using ABH Citrine Highlighter. This is really nice because it's neutral, it's not too pink, it's not too gold, it's just right in the middle, so I think it will suit any dress and also any skin tone. Woo, and we gonna be glowing, we gonna be glowing, we gonna be... I get so excited when I apply highlighter. And I am applying this with my favorite brush. This is the Sigma F42 Strobing Fan. It really does make a difference what brush you use and what tools you use. I know a lot of people may not realize that, but it really, really does. And this brush particularly makes any highlight poppin'. I'm just like literally applying this everywhere today because I really want to glow. So I'm even taking it on the forehead a little bit and also on the chin. And we're also going to use this as inner corner highlight. And we're almost done now. For lips, I do want to stick with this kind of pinky theme that we have going on. So I'm going to be using one of my favorite lip liners of all time. This is Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat in the shade Pillow Talk. Look how small it is. Like, I have used this bad boy up to the bone because it is so good. Very, very long wearing as well. Even if you're eating or drinking, it will definitely still stay on. So definitely a good option for prom. I know this is a little bit pricey, but honestly, I do think this is worth it. I would tell you guys if it wasn't worth it. And this definitely is. And you don't want to overdraw too much because we are doing a glossy lip today. Overdrawing works well when you're doing mattes, but when you're doing glossy and you have the problem of it, you know, possibly coming off in between or during the night, I definitely wouldn't recommend overdrawing too much. But we are going to be filling in the middle part with MAC Cosmetics Cream Sheen Lipstick in the shade Pure Zen. And last but not least, you want to top the lip look off with something sort of shimmery, like a gloss with a little bit of shimmer. So I'm using Bare Minerals Far Out Gloss. And of course, we gotta set that down. This is my new favorite. Me and Yes are both obsessed with this stuff. So this is the Makeup Forever Mist and Fix Setting Spray. It is so good. You will thank me later, honey. And this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and got some inspo for your prom night. Have a wonderful, wonderful time at prom. Send me pics. I'm like your little mommy or like big sister or something. But yeah, definitely tag me in pictures if you recreate this look or if you just got some inspo from this video or from my other prom video that I did. I will be doing some more prom videos as well, so if you want to leave more requests, this was a highly requested one, more of like natural glowy look for prom, but if you want to leave more requests down below, definitely do so because I will be doing a couple more prom looks this year. And other than that, I think that's gonna be it. I mean, yeah, I'll list all the makeup details down below in the description box as well as on my Instagram, so if you want to follow me on Instagram, you know where to find me, at Roxette Arisa. And that is definitely going to be it for me now. Remember, you are beautiful inside and out. Love you guys so much. Have a wonderful prom again, and I will see you next time. Bye.